Hello everybody, this is Bugsy, and this is Equius. So, I hope you guys been liking the marathon we've been doing so far. Yeah, it's kind of like the end. We'd have more stuff, but, I think I blew it with the, I kind of blew it with the, I kind of blew it uh, me talking about the Homestuck sequel, so, yeah, we're just gonna get into it. We're just gonna get into we're gonna finish volume 4. So when I come back from my little hiatus, we can start fresh. Yep, we know. Adventures like friendship. Uh, why do we gotta do the lawyer, dude? Because Highblood, we have to. Besides, we need to appease your fan base, right? I mean, yeah, we do. You wander down a not so in a not so a not too demolished part of town. You don't, but you don't really take, you don't really take much, much of it in, much of it in. You're not looking for, you're not looking where you're going. This is elementary. This is an elementary mistake, especially on, especially on a planet where everything, where everything that exists seems to be on a spectrum of engineered special uh, engineered specifically for murder to to could to could be a weapon in a pinch, but you've got a lot on your mind. And now as these guys as shit, I'm just reading stuff that isn't there right now. As the car as the car these guys probably have some ridiculous word for it. You haven't learned it yet. You hadn't you hadn't noticed slams into you, sending you flipping over head over feet. You add you add a few new concern you add a few new concerns to your list. Your bones and organs. The sounds of the drivers yelling, watch where you're going, you limp." Can you say that? It's very. Yeah. It's very vulgar for you. I'll do it. Okay. Watch where you're going, you limp squirter, you limp squirt chugger. Fades away as they drive away, and you access your situation. You stretch each limb in turn, which you've gotta say, this doesn't feel great. You landed in a bush which is covered in sharp spines. Your arm and legs, your arm and legs all still work though, and when you do an experimental cough, no blood comes out. Pretty lucky, you think. You may you may have refined what luck means at this point in your journey, but you'll take what you can get. You don't figure that luck will extend to the driver to the driver turning around to help you out of this bush. Your gaze meets your your gaze meeting and sparkling and an immediate tense connection that leads to a beautiful lifelong friendship. But you hope, but you let yourself hope. After a few minutes, after a few minutes of struggle, the answer to your camaraderie, camaraderie, com, camaraderie, camaraderie, camaraderie. I'm just saying camaraderie. Yeah. Daydreams comes into focus. You comes comes into focus above you. A figure outlined by by spiny leaves of plant your plant prison in the glow of the moons. The troll isn't the driver of the car, but you don't care. Your heart is beating wildly with your continued lucky streak. You know, Equius, this dude really wants a friend. Like in a weird, almost weird sexual kind of way, a little bit. Hello, hello there. Hello there. You've seen a fallen victim to a colliding scamper with that scuttle buggy back there. You've contacted your personal legislator. If not, I'd I'd like to offer my services. My name is Torgorga Torgoria Gorjek. But please, call me Gargar. I'm here for you, for an inevitable fee, of course. He pulls his business card from his sleek teal vest and offers it to you with a precise flick of the wrist. His claw beds are perfect. You try to sit up, buoyant, buoyant by the buoyant by buoyant by the offer by this offer for assistance. Is he some type of doctor or a lawyer, maybe? Yeah, he's a lawyer. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't matter really, because he says he was here for you. Those words go right ahead and burn themselves into the softest chamber of your heart. You start telling him about your plight thus far. Through the brambles beacon towards this beacon of hope. This guy seems trustworthy. And that's just that's just that's not just your lack of options talking. You swear. You shift as you shift. The moonlight shines on you. He steps back briefly, dropping his card. One eye, the one eye that's not covered, his swoop is the one eye that's not the one eye that's not covered by a swoop of infused hair product opens wide. He recovers, smoothing his hand down on his chest and straightening up, clearing his throat as he continues to explain. You're a what? Oh yes, an alien. I knew that. I've worked with aliens before. So your situation shouldn't be an issue at all. Everyone, everyone deserves an equal opportunity to be represented by me. Why do I feel like Todd Heppercorn would be a perfect voice for this troll? I just do. I don't know, guys. In fact, we'll be able to use this in our favor for a large cachet settlement. It all depends on our angle. Try moving your chug column. You aren't really sure why it's necessary, but you wiggle your torso, hoping that's right. You never wanted to be. You never. You. Okay, sorry. You've never wanted anything more in your meager existence than to follow this specific directive. This specific directive perfectly. No, that's not that. You add a hip jiggle. You add a little hip jiggle. Not so much he might think of it as a come on, but enough to say, hey, I'm friendly and I know what the fuck I'm doing. No. No. Your thing that you hold up to lift your think pan. Work with me. You continue in what you hold as part of this troll's friendship ritual. Stymieing your various parts of your anatomy deeper into the bush until you get your neck. He clasps together with his hands. There we go. That one hurt, didn't it? We definitely have a case in column snap, which can get us a decently hefty restitution. You feel your neck feels fine. It doesn't hurt any more than the rest of you. But you give him what you hope is a convincingly painful nod of agreement. Of course, of course you need the initial legislation costs. We may have to injure you further to ensure our case is convincing. But you've got to break a few cluck beasts if you want. You've got to break a few cluck beast embryos to make a groblet, as well you know. I think we can make. I think we may make a mutual beneficial team. You're willing to do whatever it takes to bring about justice you deserve. What do you say? How would you like to help me? How would you like to help me help you? He's talking really fast, and you're not sure exactly what you think about your lack of funds or breaking any more bones, but that that smile that smile is sharp and shiny and potentially pointed right at you. You want more of it. Let's just go for it. You mentioned how incredibly loaded you are and how core your senses of value will it is to pay for it is to pay well for your good work. That's what we call business. Hi, Blood, didn't you take business classes in high school? Yeah, I think this is why I'm doing so well with his voice. Alright. Now get up out of that pitch, that prickle frond, and let's let's get you let's get you presentable. He watches you flail a few times and sighs. Unbuttoning his sleeves, rolls them up to each elbow, each to his elbow. Each fold is crisp, even it takes a while. It takes a while, but you are good at being patient. There is a 12% cost increase for instances of manual labor. It will be explained in your bill. Okay, this is costing a lot. This is costing a little bit too much than what our friend actually has. You take his hand out of, he pulls you up he pulls you up and out of the bush. He's kind of he's kind of a rough it's kind of a rough job. He's not sure how he's not sure he's as strong as he looks, you guess. He glares at you, daring you to say shit about it. But you're a quick learner. He cuts you off mid thank you. Oh, so he basically pulls you out of the bush all hard and shit, and you basically I'd have been, I would be in this situation to be real with you, because I've been on alternative before, so I know how to survive. You know, as a chaos learner, I know how to survive. So there that is. My office isn't far from here. We can go there and get some things started. By things, I mean get you clean and sign a lot of vaguely worded, yet stringently binded documents. He walks with a purpose. You shake off the flora stuck to your very to your stuck in your various body parts and do your best to catch up to you do your best to catch up. From outside from outside his office basically just seems like a hive. You learned a thing or two during this shitstorm of cultural exchange through 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 you you gotta play it cool when a potential friend invites you to his home. You never you never know what cage monsters or methods of aversion that might be laying around. And you want to prepare you you want to prepare a nice chill look on your face. Whatever carnage you're about to be confronted by. His Lucis looks like a goddamn weasel. Is that supposed to have relevance? Well, he's a lawyer, so it makes sense that I'm not saying all lawyers are weasels, but some can be slime balls. And him having a Lucis that looks like a goddamn weasel makes sense. Or fair. They're about the same. It's like he bought the fanciest looking crate and barrel display he could find, down to the last useless minimalistic accessory, and then never sat down in it. His loosest sense of ferret is chilling on an enormous silver thing halfway between a throne and a play tower. Everything is clean and bright and at the perfect right angles. You don't see any weapons anywhere. It's fucking creepy. You ask him if he just moved in, because being polite conversation seems like the best thing. Maybe the best thing you can do in the absence of something specific to focus your fear on. You're just sort of a little afraid of everything. You're not paying me to learn my life story, unless you like to. In that case, I lived here most of my life. I'll go and add it. I'll go ahead and add that to your bill. You stare into one of the chairs. You should sit in it. By all means, do not make yourself at home. So you got all this fancy shit, but no one can sit in your shit. I mean, some of this shit looks untouched. A little too ritzy for my blood. I know, right? I'm just saying. Even for a black blood, this is kind of too fancy for me too. Head straight to my ablution trap while I prepare our contract. You really want to connect with this guy, and you like how you just vibed there, where you were going to think about sitting your bedraggled ass in his fancy chair, and he could totally tell you were going to think of it, but you don't want to be friends badly enough to walk straight into something that has the word trap right there in its name without at least pondering it for a second. You've become more savvier during all this. What do you think? If we're gonna move this plot along, I think this. Ah, ferret! Ah! What do these creep you out? No, I just had a bad experience with a ferret once. I don't want to talk about it. The ferret bounds off the pedestal and jerks its head to you to follow it. You do because it seems like a regular thing to do. Tagora is busy on his computer. It leads you to the bathroom, which is just as fancy as and clean as everything else you've seen. The looses critters at you for a second. Oh, chitters at you for a second. Squirms its big noodle body around and leaves, shutting the door behind it. You wait a second before testing your before you test the handle. It's unlocked, huh? You wonder what's the point or motive might be leading you to this room until you turn and see yourself in the mirror. That's that is some haggard looking stuff right there. So fair. You're fine with the seat of your pants. I guess maybe you're supposed to take a bath. If not, he gets pissed and unleashes the ferret on you. At least you'll meet your maker nice and clean. Man, he is really had a bad time on Alternia. I mean, do you blame him though? I wouldn't blame him if I was an alien on Alternia. Everything is probably new, foreign to him. Well, I mean, not a lot of things are new and foreign on Alternia. Like, everything is kind of a mirror of human life. So, I'll take baths and wash our asses and various stuff. You have to expect some discernible goo or blood or something to come out of the faucet. In the weird lumpy tub. Thankfully, it's just water. Once you're in, you take a look at the truthfully inordinate amount of bath products you have at your fingertips. There are 3 shelves of small bottles and soaps and unidentifiable lathersome accessories by the tub alone. There's even more by the mirror. All these labels are in gibberish, and of course, you sniff a few until you find something flowery and go to town. I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, trust me, it's not. Like, y'all have the same bath products, right? Yeah. I mean, some. What do you mean, some? Once you freshly scrubbed your dried, lather yourself from head to toe with some lotion you find in a iridescent vial. You hope he won't mind you using it. He wants you presentable. And this stuff is sparkly. Oh my, no, I don't like this. You start to feel rejuvenated as hell. You're ready to knock this friendship stuff right out of the park. I don't really think this is a good idea. Why? Because who knows what that stuff is? It could be sparkly, it could be a whole bunch of other shit that we don't know. Like, who knows? Really? You leave your dirty, torn, old clothes on the floor. Wrap yourself in one of the many satin robes on the shelf. Wait a minute. Satin robes? What the fuck? How is he like how is he making a living? Is he that rich? I guess so. Or he's probably so thrifty Probably so stingy and thrifty that he actually probably got this idea. This man look like he can this man looks like he can control Jiggus. Looks like he stands in the foyer waiting with his wait, waiting with the contract he typed for you. When he sees you, his eyebrows ticked up. Oh, because you're wearing his shit. I see. I see you went with the rainbow drinker serum full body application. Wait a minute, is that the stuff blood from the rainbow drinkers? Do you guys use rainbow drinker blood as a fucking full body scrub thing? That's just fucked up. That's fucked up. Bold choice. I mean, it's incredibly rare and expensive product, and I do expect to be reaccumulated. I won't lie, but I won't lie, it works. So, oh my God, how much money is our little friend gonna owe him by the end of this? Probably a lot. Judging by the way he's just using this man's stuff. Using this troll stuff. I'm talking like you. You get used to it. Instead, you give his ego a little what? Oh. And you tell him you hadn't had such a scrumptious array of self-care accoutrements in so long you couldn't help yourself. Not everyone takes skincare as seriously as they should. I assume you were taking forever because you've gotten lost, or you didn't know how to use the pollution trap. I hadn't considered the possibility that you were just doing your regimen. Noted. Oh my God! So I'm so tripping. I know we're not actually giving this dude money, but I can like feel my wallet. Like I don't even have it on me right now, but I feel my wallet just going no. Oh dear God, please, please. That's what I hear my wallet saying right now. Just no, please. God damn it. You hold out your arms to admire the well-hydrated sheen you have going on. This time, you're not real. You're not really even bullshitting. It just does actually pretty good. It does actually look pretty good. Tagora seems to be struggling to keep his mouth. Struggling. He keeps opening his mouth to say something and then changing his mind. Bro, like motherfucker, you used all my shit. I don't think he's gonna be that vocal with it. Nah, dude, think about it. No, equius, think about it. We're using all of his fucking like, shampoo and shit. He's probably like freaking the fuck out, but he doesn't want to say nothing because he thinks he can get some money off of us. So he's like, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be fucking cool with that. I typically only use the particular products to highlight my cheek blades, but there's no real reason you shouldn't apply it more liberally, especially if cost isn't an issue. Oh my god! I feel my wallet screaming, dude. Like equius, I feel it like screaming. It's like, God damn it, please! Oh! I mean, even my bank account's like screaming too. It's like, oh my god, please! Oh! Oh god! It's it's a little drastic for my personal style, but there's a certain unorthodox glamour to it. The next bit looks like it hurts. The next bit looks like it hurt him a bit to get it out because we used all his shit. And he's mad because he knows it's expensive and he knows it's expensive and shit. Do you? Would you like to step outside to see the full effect? I don't even. He is so pissed off right now. How can you tell? Like, Equius, he is like subtly pissed off. Me, whenever I'm pissed off, I'm openly pissed off. But he's like passive aggressively pissed off. Like, he wants to say something to us. He wants to say something so fucking dirty and foul that his own mouth would probably vibrate from it. But he's trying to be all like, oh, it's fine, it's fine that you're using my shit. That's still gonna cost you anyway. So it's fine. You're you bet your ass you would. You're curious about what he means by effect, and it seems like this se- and this seems like more fun than signing stuff. He places the documents down on his desk like they're made out of glass, not paper. He looks he looks up at his Lucis, who is who just sort of tilts his head to the side to the side. You looked you look away to give them some privacy to do whatever. Eyeball communication is going on. After a bit, Tagora clears his throat and heads towards the door. You don't you don't comment on the blue flush on his cheeks. I don't like where this is going. For all for all the shifts in his demeanor, he's he still seems like he might kick you out on your ass if you tried to get feeling if you try to get too feelingly with them. Oh my god, so we're glowing. That's look that looks like what's happening. Holy fuck, our dude is glowing. As you start to glow as soon as you step out into his dark front yard. Not in a light bulb kind of way, but in a subtle ethereal luminance. What is this stuff? No. Now that's a look. Yeah, that. You wanna fucking kick our asses, I get it. I mean, there's an unfortunate issue of your hornlessness and overall abhorrence. And the fact that you're still wearing my I'm just gonna say bathrobe. But it is cutting edge, I'll give you that. You you look almost like a real one. You don't know what he means by that, but you want to roll around. You want to roll around eternally in the praise part. You ask if the look helps your case. All right, your case. Oh, right, of course. He bites his lip and looks back through the window at his papers sitting on the desk where he left them. You hope he still wants to represent you, or at least that he wants to even hang out if he wasn't going to. No, he's a fucking lawyer. He wants to steal your money that you don't have. You don't get the chance to prod through because he's right then someone round the corner on the sidewalk in the front of his hive. Tagora's face immediately shudders into its usual simpering mask. There's an edge of panic around his eye, though, huh? Well, Gorick, what do you got here? It's a blue themed troll. If you remember right, means he's a fancier guy, that Tagoria. He's grinning like a troll whose Christmas came early. You can feel Tagora vibrating out of his skin next to you. Who even is this guy? When he gets close enough to get a good look at you, he jumps and screeches, What the bodes boiling fuck? Tagora is frozen. In the corner of his mouth, the corner of his mouth pulled back to show his teeth. The new guy is ignoring him in favor of that, noticing that you're dressed in Tagoria's monogrammed leisure wear. If his look of fascination is horror by anything to go by. You really don't know what makes you do it. You should wait for Tagora to get himself together and do the talking, but you're riding high of him almost seeming like he's enjoying your company. No, he's fucking terrified. Look at him. He's like fuck ass. He's like fucking tripping out right now. Look at him. Yeah, that's the face of a troll who really is letting all the greed catch up to him. I don't think it's that. He's just kind of embarrassed. Plus, nothing boosts confidence more like a beautiful spooky angel. What the fuck? You toss your head on your best friend's fancy guy voice and say, "What? You've never seen a real one before?" You're placing all your chips on knowing this guy. You're placing all your chips on this guy, knowing something you don't. But when his eyes get huge and he starts stumbling over himself to back away down the sidewalk, you know it paid off. Now he's fucking afraid. Whatever that dude was, he was fucking afraid of you. Tagora blinks and then jumps right in picking up where you left off. Surely, surely someone as well informed as you know a rainbow drinker when you see one. The blue guy doesn't respond with anything more than coherent strings of yelps as he hightails it back the way he came. When he's gone, Tagora turns you turn to Tagora and ask him super casually, "What's a rainbow drinker? Is he? Are you? Are you telling me you don't know?" Okay, I'd have been like, "Listen, man, I'm an alien in your world. I don't know what half of this stuff is in your culture. I only know what some of you guys have shown me, which is not a lot because some of you kick me out, some of you want to kill me, and a whole bunch of shit. So, like, literally, I don't know what a rainbow drinker is." And that you ran with it, explaining the fear you picked up on to turn the tides of a delicate encounter in your favor. You sh- you shrug, guess so. Well, you tell Tagore you hope his friend wasn't too freaked out. Friend? No, I hate that guy. There are simply times when being liked by your betters is helpful. Though technically fearing me is just as good, maybe better. I am not going. If you are gonna be in the rest of the hiveswap, I am not gonna like you, am I? You probably won't. Thank you. Tagora's laugh is soft. It's a sound you expected to hear because he's happy of something you did. You can't help it, but you start to laugh too. That was a bit of a rush, wasn't it? It almost it almost was fun. I certainly didn't see it coming anyway. I underestimated you. He gives you an appraising look. Then he takes a deep breath. You're so nervous all of a sudden. You feel unbalanced on the precipice of what he might be about to say. From another provocator to another. I will let you in on something. I haven't actually encountered an alien before. Oh, we get paid for that too. We get fucking charged for that too, you fucking bastard. You might as well take the blood from our veins and sell it. You might as well take the black blood from my veins and the blue blood from his and fucking sell it. Kid, I don't. Eternia doesn't do that. You sure they don't? I mean, you think a lot of you trolls would want to be blue bloods, or at least my kind of blood, so that way y'all can be a part of the hierarchy a little bit. Like it would, like that makes sense to me. Like they do some sort of blood transfusion. Anyways, sweet relief. Sweet relief. You tell him his act was airtight, as long as everyone is Everyone's doing the truth thing. You admit you why don't we put the case on hold for the time being? You wouldn't have enjoyed the outcome of our legal system anyway. We can find alternate means of working off your debt. Man, are we gonna work in your fucking minds or something? I mean, if Equius has to suck your, Equius is gonna have to suck your bulge. Hypo, that's just lewd. Hey, I'm just saying, I ain't sucking the troll's bulge. You gotta take one for the team, Equius. I ain't doing it. Combined with our wits, we can tackle bigger and better things than traffic injuries. He flexes his hand to the side, then with one swift, decisive movement, he extends it out to you. On his face, this is something extreme. This is something close to, honest to God, real ass smile. I never actually informed you the legitimate partnership of any of the sorts, but I believe this is how it's done. What do you say? Oh, so we're actually oh no, it doesn't matter. We're still getting more. We're still getting more shit taken from us. So I guess we're cool because we tricked that one dude. And he's like, "You're about as grimy and as slimy as I am, so we're good. We're good, man." Equius, you're getting better at imitating me, man. Anyways, let's go. Let's go, Equius. I'm Bugsy. And I'm Equius. We'll see you after the hiatus. We'll see. Well, you'll see me again after the hiatus, because we won't be doing hiveswap uh, because the because Bugsy wants to play his Super Smash Bros. On Friday, and he's gonna take a 3 week or a 2 week hiatus. Equius, you said my name. Okay, that's actually pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Okay, see you guys later. But I hope you like this little mini Homestuck hiveswap marathon we got going on. Because honestly, Homestuck 2, or the epilogue. We'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did. And I'll see you guys again for the next Homestuck Friend Simulator. Tuesday, though, is going to have some different stuff. Because I'm gearing up. I'm doing everything I can before my little hiatus happens, okay? I'm taking a break, but I will be back. I am not quitting YouTube or anything. I'm coming. I'm coming back. It's just going to take me a while. See you guys later. I'm Bugsy, and I am signing off. Peace.